Hello, friends. So this is week 3 now, and I want to try something a little different. We only have a little bit over a month now before having to conclude this challenge, so time is really of the essence. So over the past 2 weeks, all my workouts has just been winging it, where if I didn't feel like I tackled a muscle, then I'll just do an exercise on the fly to hit that muscle. And while that's probably helped here and there, I don't think it's an efficient way of training. And we only have a month left, so we really gotta maximize the gains. So with the help of a friend who actually trained under a coach from Hong Kong, I devised a program that I'll be trying for the week. From there, I can see what I need to work on the most and alter my program to fit those needs. But before we get to that, I need to head to Walmart to get some groceries because our house has no food at all. So let's go do that first. Oh my god, these are so good. Too much sugar. Gotta eat some salmon for the omega-3s. These are about 10 grams of protein per sausage, so pretty good for breakfast. That means I need to get hot dog buns. Oh look, a free phone. A whole cooked chicken for just $4.50. I still can't believe this whole chicken is only $4.50. $4.50! This is like 3 meals for $4.50. $4.50! That's $1.50 per meal. Sheesh! Smells great. Alright, it's way too hot in here. You can't just eat protein, or else you won't have enough energy. So I got bread right here. Bread. So good. Anyways, here is my program. It's probably better if I just put it on the screen. I know it doesn't seem like much, but this is just a plan for a week. And like I mentioned before, I'm gonna alter the program as I see fit. But this is basically the replica of Brian's program, except I changed some of the weights to fit my personal abilities. For some of the exercises you see, you may wonder what's mentioned in the weight column. The first letter, L, M, or H just means light, medium, or hard, so the weight we choose are subjective to feel. The latter half, RIR, just means reps in reserve, which is just the inverse scale of RPE, which is rate of perceived exertion. It's basically just fancy terms for how much energy you have left for a particular exercise, and typically you want to optimize it so that you don't drain yourself over an exercise and have no room left for another, but at the same time work enough intensity on your muscles. So this whole plan is essentially built to help me work most optimally in developing my body. Right now we have to gain roughly 40 pounds on the deadlift, 30 pounds on the squat, and 10 pounds on the bench within roughly the month I have left, so there's really no time to lose. And with that, let's get to work! Alright y'all, let's get this shit. This week has honestly been a long one for me, but that don't mean the workouts don't pull through. Here with the deadlift, I tried going shoeless after recommendations from friends, which low-key attributed to terrible reps as my stupid low-cut socks kept slipping. But I was able to make strong mind muscle connection in my leg drive, which resulted in incredibly sore quads after. There was no way I was going into the front squats without rolling out my legs first. I was surprised by this considering how shit my form was and the fact that I'm usually more sore in my glutes. For the front squat, I've never done the exercise before, so I spent a lot of time just trying to get the form right with my friend before working up. It felt really weird having to flare my elbows up like that to keep the bar on my shoulders, but it slowly got more comfortable as I practiced. I can see why Brian's coach included the exercise in such fashion, as the heavy deadlifting being aggressive on the quads transitioned well into the front squat for a nice burnout. Okay, so coming into day 2, I was not only scared from the amount of volume I had to do, but I also impinged my shoulder because I went to Planet Fitness with my friend on Sunday, bench pressing on the Smith machine. Terrible idea. I didn't have much range of motion on my shoulders, so every time I tried to wide grip the way I normally do with low bar squat, I felt a lot of pain. I decided to settle by doing high bar squat, which I haven't done in ages, so that I could at least keep my shoulders narrow. But I decided to keep the weight I intended to train on anyways. Ain't no shoulder injury gonna keep me from having a great workout. Regardless, it was super draining considering I had to do 8 reps per set, but it felt super great finishing a set. Transitioning into walking lunges absolutely destroyed my quads. Every rep felt so painful and I literally felt like I couldn't stand up after. But it's also a combination of constantly holding the weight and trying to breathe rhythmatically as I press up from the lunge that really gets to me. I absolutely hate doing lunges, but hey, no pain, no gain. I also had to bench press on this day, but there was no way I was going to stretch my shoulders with heavy weight. Instead, I decided to do supersetted dips, which still gave me an insane pump and really worked my chest, tris, and front delts. Great workout in general. After taking a break on day 3, where my quads were ridiculously sore, like literally hurts every time I take a step, I felt good enough to still train on day 4. By the way, we finally got my boy Randy back in the house. Lazy motherfucker procrastinated too much and had no time for the first 2 days. But he's here with me now to finish strong. But man, this was the first time I did pause sumo deadlift and it was hard. I think most of it was attributed to my quads still being sore and having to pull mostly with my back and glutes. But you can really see me struggling here. During the latter reps of my last set, I felt like I might have pulled something as my form was absolute dog shit, but hopefully it'll be fine though. One really important thing that Randy helped me realize was that having a strong core is essential for maintaining proper form. And my core was weak. This is what happens when you decide to skip abs after every workout. My core is essentially disproportionate in strength to the rest of my body. So with every workout I do, my ability to brace the weight is not as good as actually lifting the weight. Luckily, ab workouts are included in the program, and now I know to really take them seriously. You can see me trying to do leg raises here, and how I literally can't even raise the weight of my own legs up. It's time to stop overlooking my abs and finally show it some love. Finally, ending with day 5, my shoulder finally felt good enough for me to back squat again. So I pretty much did every variation in the squat rainbow this week. Anyways, 8 reps of heavyweight squats is just so draining, but low-key fun at the same time. It's like deliberately putting yourself in a situation where you're fighting for your dear life. I decided to drop 10 pounds on my last set, however, as I still wanted to live another day. With a better shoulder, I was finally able to bench again. 185 for 3 sets of 8 absolutely flew by, and I couldn't feel any happier about it. I've been plateaued on the bench for way too long, and it's finally time I make a little progress. I even decided to do extra sets and some experimenting to really get my chest pumping. The difference between your pinky being on the ring and your ring finger being on the ring is a completely different workout. Literally one finger shift over puts so much more strain on your chest. At the end of the workout, I obviously had to include abs in, where we did side plank dip and regular plank supersets. Obviously super painful, but at the end of the day will be worth it. Although this program was only 4 days, it wasn't a single day I wasn't sore. I think the sheer amount of volume per session was quite demanding and something my body wasn't used to. I know we didn't break any PRs this week, but this is what a planned weight training program is really about. working on optimizing intensity to recovery ratio, and ability to train for growth thereafter. With a smart training plan, you can develop great growth without the necessity of always lifting heavy. But obviously, eventually we'll be able to hit the numbers. Working off this program also goes to show that you don't necessarily have to go to the gym literally every day to make massive gains. As long as you're committed, efficient, and effective with your designated workouts. Training is just a testament to your mentality and discipline, as it's easy to start but hard to maintain. So it's important for me to stay consistently motivated, whether it be taking progress pictures, getting compliments from the boys, or making videos like this. After all, making gains is only the byproduct of an everlasting journey. Anyways, enough of my TED Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. This was a pretty fun one for me to make as well. I'm excited for what's to come next, and I can't wait for y'all to go through it with me. But for now, let's stay on the grind, and I'll see y'all on the next one.